what mark I was on, what point I was going to make. But at the end of the whole thing, they all came up to us for autographs, and Kathy was never around the kids, so hardly any of them went to her. I don't know what they're going to show.
Were they all looking at your Nixie Tube watch? Was that what it was? You don't have that. You don't have it on, do you?
This is it. The guy Patricio from Apple, Mexico, was so good and so helpful, and he loved kids and he loved teaching. He loved the education world. You know, Janet herself, I mentioned earlier, she was a teacher for 12 years.
Oh yeah, I know. She's great. In fact, that's how I met her. She's Apple Education in the Midwest. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, not any longer. She moved to corporate. She's in Cupertino now.
Oh, good.
She sort of moved out here and was staying at Neil Bowman's house, the guy that runs the Geek Cruises.
Yeah.
I went one of my speaking trips, and she came to my house every day and took photographs with her iPhone of my dogs. And sent them neat little captions like, "Where's Daddy? Oh, I know he's coming home soon." And that was it, man. That was it. I was hooked forever.
How can you not fall for that, huh? Well,
I gave Patricio one of these watches, the Nixie Tube watches.
Oh, you gave it to him?
And then I saw him wearing one when he came up for one of those Camp Waz film festival things. And I saw how, oh, my God, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm embarrassed. Maybe I can wear mine under the wrist now.
Steve, we've been trying to tell you all this time. Finally. So let me ask you, do you use any websites? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Is there anything like that? Any social networks you use?
Actually, on them all. The last one that I really used, I used Classmates and I used Friendster and I used Orkut. I was in a bunch of groups and paying attention to them. But then I ran out of time for that, and I have a lot of other things I do in my life. But I'm on all of them because what happens is I get about at least 30 requests a day for every one of these groups. From LinkedIn and for Facebook now and for MySpace. I'll get them still for Friendster even, and they say, "Will you be my friend?" And I said, you said yes a lot, and I realize that every time I say yes, it's one more group that a bunch of other people are going to ask me. And so I say no most of the time, but very often I run into some, I told you, I met you at a certain event, and I told you about your father. And somebody that was close enough, did a nice enough thing to me.
Right. I think we're losing. The Skype is stuttering just a little bit, Steve. I don't know if we've lost you. I know what you're saying, though, is that there are people you really want to know and stay in contact with, and then there are people who are, just acquaintances, and it's hard to balance the two. I think we lost Steve. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll see if I can get him back so we can say goodbye anyway. Sometimes Skype does that. But we've been getting a pretty good picture so far. I mean, it's been going well. He's a character, isn't he? I tried to let him go at 1:30. I thought, well, I don't want to keep him, but he wanted to talk some more. Are you there?
This is Steve's Skype phone.
Uh-oh. Steve's Skype phone. Steve, I guess we lost you, but hey, I'm not sure what happened, but I do appreciate you spending some time with us. It was really great to talk to you, and I think everybody's going to look for you at the Valley Fair Mall now in San Jose, because Woz said he'd go there at sometime around 4 in the morning. But Steve, if you are there at 4 in the morning, would you do us a favor and call us from the Valley Fair Mall, because we'd really love to talk to you. Thank you, Steve. Take care. He's absolutely a character. All right, I'm going to go